Hey, 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 what is up? What is up? How is everybody doing today? It is your gal, Victoria's Val Gal, live from Kigali, Rwanda, which is in East Africa. And in case you don't know, I am an American living and thriving and having a great time in Kigali, Rwanda, which is in East Africa. Okay? And so I'm really just having a great time. Y'all come on in, come on in. Tap that screen if you know what I mean. Tap that screen, let me know where you coming in from. What is your city? What is your state? Where are you coming in from? What time is it there? I'm coming on a little bit later here. It is Sunday. Like usually I'm on 12 o'clock my time. It is like 4:24 my time now. But a lot of my people are on the East Coast of the United States. So usually when I come on, it's about 6 a.m. So it should be about 10:24, getting ready to be 10:30 a.m. right now on the East Coast, and even earlier if you on the West Coast. So that, it's Sunday, y'all. And so I just figured everybody would, hey, Grand Rising, hey, Zuri, how are you? Tell me where you coming in from. What's your city? What's your state? Where are you coming in from? It's really my pleasure to talk with you guys today. This is like one of my favorite things to do. Okay. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tap that screen, y'all. Give me some love. I love coming on and talking to you guys, right? Not talking about y'all, talking to y'all, okay? And answering your questions. So understand this is not a monologue. Get those comments coming on in. And those questions coming on in. This is not a monologue. This is a dialogue, okay? This is for you to ask any questions that you'd like to ask. I am living in East Africa, Kigali, Rwanda, and it's the best decision I ever made. Never had been to the continent before. Never even really thought that much. Some people have a really deep down desire to be on the continent. And I do mean the continent of Africa, right? Especially if you're of the Black diaspora, right? But I never had that yearning to do that. But you know why? It's because I had a preconceived notion of what I thought it was. What they had planted into my head, what I thought it was. See, they planted in my head, if you want to go on vacation, you want to go to Mexico. You want to go to Jamaica. You want to go to the Bahamas. You could even go to Canada and be all right. But Africa, no, we just give, porridge to Africa. We give money to Africa so they can feed the kids with the flies all over their face and the bloated skins. We give them money so that they can give their kids porridge that we don't even eat. We would not dare eat porridge, okay? So this, ever since I was a child, a young child, this was in my head. So no wonder I never thought about Africa. I never thought about it, okay? It was always Europe, go to France. I took 5 years of French, which is actually coming in handy here now, okay? But I never thought about Africa. And I hate that. Because, baby, when I opened up my eyes and I started doing my own research, see, it started. Thank you so much. It's my favorite color. It started on the election night. Really a little bit before then. Because I felt like, I know Kamala gonna win. I know she gonna win. She's filling up stadiums, all that kind of stuff, right? He's not doing that. It's no way he's gonna win. But on that election night, when it took 30 minutes for the results to come in, thank you, Nicoline. Okay, they brainwashed us. It took 30 minutes from the time that the polls closed. 30 minutes later, you mean we had the decision on who the president was going to be and it was not Kamala? I was like, nah, man. See, I'm a neuroscientist, right? Neuroencoding specialist. I'm an elite neuroencoding specialist. And what that means by profession, I take people, corporations, from living a life of really exhaustion, overwhelm, to a life of ease so they can be the type of person, have the type of company that they really, really, really want to have. Okay? So that's what I do. But I am my first client. Okay? I've always been my first client because I had to drink the Kool-Aid myself, if you understand what I'm saying. Okay? And it totally, totally, totally changed my life. So, in all of this, I can recognize a narcissist. I have those skills that the average person does not have. And I said, wait a minute. This man is a true narcissist. And I had to point the fingers at me. Did I want to be subjugated to his narcissism? Did I want to be subjugated? I said, nah, man, I'm 57 years young. I got the rest of my life ahead of me. I got plenty of things I want to do. I cannot be worried. I cannot be thinking about all of this negativity that he's about to bring into this world. So right then and there, well, really a little bit before then, because I had a feeling that it could slightly go the wrong way, okay? I started making a plan. Well, Val, what you gonna do? Where you gonna go? And in my spirit, you know what it said? In my spirit now, Africa. I said, what? Africa? I ain't never thought, what you mean Africa? And I started researching that thing. I started going on YouTube, all social media I could go on, because I wanted to see what it really, really, really looked like. I wanted to see what it was really, and man, that first video I saw, my mouth dropped, because the buildings that they had were better than the buildings I was used to. The way they were living was better than what I was used to living. And I'm like, what didn't nobody tell me this? What? And I started digging deep. Long story short, I'm here today and I absolutely love it, y'all. So listen, I'm gonna go through these questions and comments. Thank y'all so much for all of these questions and comments. Keep them going. Okay, keep them coming. I made the best decision. I should have done this 10, 15 years ago. Why? Well, I always knew that the food in the United States was already compromised. Like, it's about 63 different foods that is sold and eaten in the United States is banned in other countries. Why we eating it? Oh. They want to make us sick. If they make us sick, we go to the hospital. That's another bill for us, but it's revenue for them. Okay? Then they give us a pill. The pills don't cure. They just kind of mitigate the symptoms a little bit, but there's always side effects, so then that's going to be something else. You're going to go back to the doctor again, another bill for you, but it's revenue for them. And they're going to give you a pill, which is another bill for you, revenue for them. And then that cycle just keeps going. You don't get cured, but it's stuff that they put in the food. They the same ones that own the medical and the pharmacy that gives you the pill. The same ones that give you the pills, the same ones that put the chemicals in the food that make you sick. See, I put this together 10, 15 years ago. Did I want to believe it? No. But I felt like I had to tell the world, and I did. Did I get a lot of clash back from it? Yes. Did people ignore me? Yes. Did people not believe me? Yes. Over and over again. But I said, this is for real. And I'm in the medical industry too. I was an EMT for 6 years, taking people to the hospital. I was seeing the drugs and everything. I would see people that were not even conscious for years, but they're on pages and pages and pages and pages of medication. That, again, the medication is a bill, but it's also revenue to the other side. So Just by her being alive, and it was many people. Even though she didn't know she was in this world, she was a paycheck for somebody. It wasn't benefiting her, it was benefiting them. And I said, no. See, I'm the type of person, I don't like injustice. I'm a Libra. We like stuff balanced. I hate injustice. So when it comes to the food industry, even the medical industry, and now the political industry, nah. I don't have time to be subjugated to it. I don't know if you want to call me Harriet Tubman. I don't know if you want to call me Sojourner Truth. I don't know. And I don't care. But I'm here to set the captives free. So that's why I'm on here today. Give me some hearts. I got 325 hearts on here. Y'all, come on. Give me some love now. I'm here for y'all. We should at least have 1,000 hearts at this point. Thank you so much. Thank you. At least 1,000, because I'm dropping knowledge, baby. I'm dropping knowledge to you guys, okay? And it's something that you know that your inner self or your higher self or your connection to God, that's why, listen, you know I'm telling you the truth, okay? Yes, we have been brainwashed in the United States. And when you get out of the country, you're going to understand. You're going to understand what you've been missing, okay? Hey, Juliet, how you doing? Hello. Uh-oh, capitalism at its finest in America. Ha, ha, ha. For real, exactly. What's the weather in Kigali, Rwanda? Okay, Zurich, it's beautiful here. Like, it's always like this. Like a cool breeze. It's about 75 degrees. Nice, cool breeze. Not anything that's just overly, God, it's so hot. Like, you can't even be outside. No, you want to be outside. You want to be outside, okay? Because it feels so daggone good, okay? That's the way life is here, okay? That's the way the temperature is here. Uh-oh, Juliet, you from Kigali. Where you at now, Juliet? Are you still here? Kigali is your home? Girl, it's my new home now. I love it, okay? It is beautiful here, and the people are beautiful. The people are beautiful. So it's not just the scenery. Yes, we have $1 million views here. Okay, if y'all can see what I see right now, I might show y'all a little bit what it's looking like. But the scenery here is everywhere. It's $1 million view. And Kigali is so clean. Rwanda is clean. Okay? You ain't gonna see no trash nowhere. Okay? It's clean. Juliet says, I live in Spain, but I was born and raised there before moving to the U.S. Girl, okay, what's it like? What's it like? You said you were in the U.S., right? You live in Spain, but you were raised here in Rwanda. So can you tell us, what do you like best? Spain, U.S., or Rwanda? And it's up to you. There's no wrong answer, okay? Although I kind of suspect what you're going to say, but I don't really know. I ain't trying to, I'm not trying to influence you in any way. But Juliet, between Spain, the United States, and Kigali, Rwanda, which one? Which one? If you could only be at one place for the rest of your life, where would it be? Would it be the U.S.? Because, the U.S. is supposed to be the greatest country in the world. Okay? Okay, Juliet said, I love Rwanda the most. Spain comes in second. The U.S. is for the birds. Come on, y'all. Now, I hate to say that about my home country. It pains me. But I got to agree with her. I got to agree with her. See, for so long, we've been told in the United States that the United States is the best country in the world. Like, it's even in our subconscious mind. It's the best country in the world. What are you talking about? It's the best. You don't need to be looking at nowhere else. It's the best. What you talking about? You got everything here. What are you talking about? Y'all, for 57 years, I'm in the United States. I'm 57 years young. Okay? Even if you were to go, even when I visited Mexico, Even when I visited the Bahamas, Jamaica, places like that, right? Still in the back of my head, it's the United States is the best. It's the best. It's the best. It's the best. Oh, I can't wait to get back to the United States. Okay? Y'all, the only thing, I'm in Rwanda now. The only thing I'm thinking about in the United States is some of my family. I got a little bit of family. Some of my family who's there. Most of my friends who are there. Like really, really good, great people. Man, we have conversations. And they're like, Val, you were right. The ones that don't admit it, some of them still, they won't admit it. Right? But they see what's going on. They're like, this ain't it. Right? But they feel like they have to stay there and endure and fight. Fight. See, I was the same. I was like, well, maybe I should just fight. And I was like, well, my mama fought. My daddy fought. My daddy fought in the Vietnam War. Stepped on a booby trap. Okay? All that kind of... My daddy. He fought. My mama fought. Then I was like, well, my granddaddy fought. My grandma fought. Their parents fought. Their parents fought. Yeah, their parents fought back as I could go. Wait a minute now. We've been fighting for hundreds of years. Hundreds. And as far as my research shows, we really the indigenous people, so that would really say thousands of years. We've been fighting. The same people. How many people have died? We still fighting. Wait. What are we fighting for? What are we fighting for? Are we fighting to prove that we're worthy? We fighting to prove that we're worthy, that we're human beings? Is this what we're fighting? Other human beings to prove that we are worthy? What is our birthright? Why we gotta fight that we're worthy? Wait a minute. It's a trap. This is a trap. But the whole world is ours. We're not trees. We don't have to stay planted. We can pick up and move, and we can thrive because other countries are treating us better. There's more advantages. Their cost of living is way lower. And still have the accoutrements that we had in the United States, and even better. Okay, y'all keep them comments coming. I'm gonna go back and read all of them. Okay, but I'm just like, I had to think about that thing. Wait, has this been a trap for us? Because we've been fighting all these years. Hey, Midway, we've been fighting all these hundreds, thousands of years to prove that we're humans, to prove it's our birthright. We've been fighting the same people. And we let them in. They took over and stole. Kind of like the election. I kind of feel like United States is held hostage right now. All right, that's my own theory. Well, I know I'm right. Y'all, we're not trees. The whole world is ours. So once I got that through my head, that correct thinking, I said, nope, I ain't gotta stay here. I ain't gotta stay in the United States. I can prosper somewhere else. Okay? And that's exactly what I'm doing, and that's exactly the reason that I'm on here today, because I'm here to give you guys hope, right? And let y'all know that you have choices. That it's a trap being set for us to stay there and fight. How many more people gotta die? People is dying right now. What did I just hear about the truck drivers, the black truck drivers? Just doing their daggone job, can't even do their jobs for fear of being pulled over and doing something that they did back in the 50s to us for no reason. It ain't no reason. Ain't no reason. And then those people, they're not even gonna be charged with anything. Just getting away with pure murder. Maybe I can't say that word on here, but that's what it is. And it's not right. It's not right. Okay? So, alright, I'm going through the comments. Yes, the mountains here are so beautiful. Let me see. Let me let y'all see. Can y'all see? Let me see. Let me let y'all see how beautiful the sun is out. Y'all see the mountains as far as the eyes can see. Vegetation here. People growing food, avocados, bananas, all kinds of things. Everything's beautiful and clean here. You can even see all the way up there. Gosh, I'm seeing like new buildings all the way at the top that I hadn't even seen before. Things being built all over the place. This place is thriving. Okay? It's thriving. Okay? It is thriving. So you have choices. Okay? You have choices. And I want you to consider your choices. That's why I'm on here. Okay? It's not just one choice. Okay. Let me go back here in the comments. Y'all keep them coming. Sote said, you are telling the world African social is where you belong. Okay? I'm telling you, Africa is thriving, y'all. It's wonderful. And I'm in Kigali, Rwanda, which is in East Africa, and it's absolutely beautiful here. Okay? It is absolutely beautiful here. Okay? All right, let me go through these comments. Keep them coming. Preach. Nicole said, preach. Nicolene said, preach. Yeah. And I hate to even say that, y'all. I wish it was different. You know what I'm saying? I wish it was different. But I'm telling you, this really woke me up. This whole process really woke me up. And I'm like, wow, if people just knew what I knew. I got to get on here and tell people. Just like I was telling people 10, 15 years ago about the food in the United States. I was living in the United States. And I was like, God, this is not right. This is not right, you know? And then why are they doing this? Why are they trying to kill? Oh, it's money. You always got to follow the money, okay? Okay, let me see. Let me keep going. User said, only place you can... Oh, I just lost it. Hold up. Thank you for the roses. Thank you. Y'all know I love roses. I love roses. Wait a minute. I just lost it. Hold up. Let me see. Only place you can really advance and become exactly what and who you want to be. That's what user says. So I'm thinking she means outside of the United States. Okay. You know, we were brought there against our will. What were we supposed to do? You know what? I don't even believe that. I don't believe the majority of us. Y'all, you got to really look at the history. Okay. What is the real reason why Thanksgiving is celebrated? Why is Thanksgiving even a thing? Like, who are they thanking? Okay? And knowing it's the United States. Okay? Go back and look at that. And you're going to see that millions of indigenous people in the United States were killed. And it's a celebration of that. Now, who are those indigenous people? Do those indigenous people look like me? Or do those indigenous people look like somebody else? I'm saying they look like me. Why? Because even right now in the Grand Canyon, there are caves in the Grand Canyon that we can't even go in. The government has shut it off. Why? Because there are hieroglyphics and there's all kinds of statues and things like that of people that look like me. That's thousands and thousands, 100,000 years old. Okay? Older than even The pyramids of Egypt. These are facts. You can Google it. You can look it up. Okay? So, do I think that some may have come that way, come through the oceans that way? Yeah. But I think the majority look like me and my family. Okay? That's what I believe. And I believe that the powers that be stole it. That something went down, history, how they rewriting history and all that kind of stuff right now? That ain't nothing new. You think they just started doing that? Man, they been rewriting history. They been rewriting history. That ain't nothing new. They just going by the blueprint. Okay? Who's ever in charge gets to rewrite the history. That's the blueprint. Okay? So something went down. We lost some kind of way. Okay? Or we just let them in because we're loving people. We are. That's evident even just in Africa. Africa's a very loving people. Look at Africa, at the continent of Africa. Look at their history when it comes to colonization. People were let in, okay? Now Africa is standing up. Hey, we got all the resources. Our gold finances all your countries. Our gold, our resources, it finances the whole world, okay? We got it. So, y'all do your history. Do it. Do your history. Really find out. Don't just go by what they taught you in school. They ain't teach you right. Okay? She says it's horrible that he's president. Yes, Lord, it sure is. Do I think I ever come back to the USA? I'm not thinking about it. I'm not thinking about it. Okay. Alright, let me keep going. Capitalism. Okay, I did that. I keep reading the same things over and over again because I'm trying not to skip anything. Okay? Let's see. Okay. London said, how much does a house cost in Rwanda? Well, if you're buying a house, depending on where you're buying it, prices are starting to go up. But you can still rent low here. Okay? Like I pay $400 a month. That's furnished. That includes everything except my electricity. My electricity is $8 United States USD a month. Okay? That's what I spend. $8 a month. Okay? My gas for my cooking, I spent $20. That was 3 months ago. Well, 2 months ago. Okay? So it's like a canister. They fill it up. It was $20. It's 2 months later and it's still going strong. And I cook every daggone day. Okay? So those are my two variables right there. Well, my transportation too, because I don't have a car, but I use Moto. So Motos are everywhere. Motos are like taxis here, even though they have taxis too. But Motos are like from anywhere from 35 cents up to $1, $1.50. You can go anywhere in the city, and everything's within 10, 15 minutes. Okay? So I like to hop on the back of a moto because it's fun. I never thought I would be doing it. But it's a cheap mode of transportation. I can get anywhere I want to go to. They take me right on up to the door. So they pick me up from my door. And then they take me right to where I'm going. So it's easy. Okay? And it's very, very inexpensive. So I love that. Okay? Okay, let's see. Okay. Telling me how should I feel about a country that just likes minorities and only for the rich. Okay, that's right. That's like what it is. That's what it's become. Like for real. Like they done took the daggone hood off. Okay, and they showing you exactly what it is. Okay, and it's sad, but like I said, you are not a tree. You do not have to say planet. The whole world is yours. Okay. Okay, you just said all places have their downfalls and hang-ups, but all in all, well, do it. Okay. What's the housing market like there, please? I think I just kind of went over that. Oh, if you want to buy, you can buy here too. Now, it depends on where you're going to buy, how much you're going to spend. Okay? But I mean, they're starting to go up 100,000, 200,000. I've seen really nice areas, 200, 250,000. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. User said, no chat, we are exactly where our Heavenly Father God wants us to be. Well, you know what? I don't necessarily say that because God gave you free will. You can choose where you want to be. Don't just give up. See, that's part of it, the programming of it. Okay? That's part of the programming. Waiting on God to come save you. And when God say, God, I done breathe life into you. I gave you a brain for you to think and be creative. I gave you a mouth so you could decree a thing and say what it's gonna be. See? Ain't nowhere in the Bible does God say, I just gonna wait on the Lord and be of good courage. That ain't in the Bible. It's a song, but it ain't in the Bible. I'm just letting you know, okay? Okay, Mr. Rob says, or M. Rob Tom says, yes, you are right at this point. Minorities here in America are prisoners of war. Okay, we must all leave. Just leave while you can, because they trying to close that door quick. Okay, I heard last week they got ICE agents not just at the airport, baby, they at the gate ready to snatch you. Okay, you might be looking the wrong way one day. Okay, I don't want to be subjugated to that. Okay, I don't even want to think about that. Okay, that's why I say get out the way you have more choices. Okay, London said, I understand you like Rwanda and it seems that life is better there, but every place has its problems. True, every place does have its problems. Hey, say what problems you're going to deal with and what problems you're not going to deal with. That's it. Now, I mean, here in Rwanda, I'm being honest with y'all. What problems have I had? Maybe a little bit of language barrier when I'm trying to tell my motor driver this is where I want to go. But I got my phone with me. The GPS is working. I say, come on, we're going to go figure this thing out together. And I'm looking at my phone and I'm saying left, right, here. And he's like, oh, okay. Or I've had it where absolute strangers will say, you need some help? And I'll tell them where I want to go. And then they'll tell the driver. And the driver say, okay, I got it. And I end up right there. Okay, so that's not a big problem for me. But they got taxis and all that kind of stuff too. So, just saying. I'm just saying. All right, I teach taxes and travel. Thank you. Oh, that's what we need to be talking about, how to make the money. That's what we need to talk about. How long have you been there? 3 months for the love of music. Oh, wait, I went too fast. And I absolutely love it. What would be high-end rent? How much to buy? High-end rent, $2,000, $3,000 would be high-end. You'd be living like a daggone queen. Like, for real. But look, I feel like I live like, look, for my $400, I got a housekeeper who does my laundry, folds everything. Everything comes back folded. She wipes down everything. She cleans the bathroom every week, changes the linen. I don't have to do any of that. For $400 a month, I feel like I'm living like a queen. Okay? And she's gladly does it. Didn't even know that was a part of the deal. But she gladly does it. Okay? So it's good. Now, a lot of this, so you guys will know, if you click that first link in my bio, you're going to see there's a little quiz in there where you can find out which African country is great for you based on what your preferences are. And then that last little link that's in there, you can be a part of, or you can apply to be a part of my Ease Over Exhaustion community and academy. And in there, there's a whole community. There's an academy to help you get out of stress. There's also an academy in there that if you want to move to Kigali or thinking about it, like what are the steps? What are the neighborhoods? What are the costs of living? How do you make money? Can you do business over here? What about a side hustle? Can I do that? Can I work out of my home? All that stuff is in there. Okay? Step by step. And you have unlimited access to it. Okay? So, BB, I don't know what BB said. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. But you know what? If I got a troll, good. That means I'm hitting the world. Okay? And I like that. Okay? How much is land in really good areas? You know what? There's so many good areas. It really depends on where. You know? But I don't know. I've seen stuff for $40,000. I've seen stuff for $10,000. I've seen stuff for $80,000. I've seen stuff. I haven't seen land for $100,000 yet. But I say it's starting to go up because people are building. Okay? So, okay. Alright. What language do they speak here? They speak Kirowandan, which is a native language. They speak English. They speak French here. They speak Swahili too. And sometimes they speak a little combination of all of it. But all of the signs and things, and like when you go to restaurants and do your banking, whatever, like anything that's facing the public, it's going to be in English. So that's really cool because that's easy. Like I can go down the road and I say, okay, that's a grocery store, that's a bank, that's a, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm confused about anything. And most of the people speak English here, right? So amongst themselves, they may be speaking Swahili or Kinyarwandan, but 9 times out of 10, when you're in a group of people, I would say at least 8 or 9 of them, perhaps even 10, they speak English, okay? They may say, well, I don't know if I speak it very well. I'm like, well, I'm understanding everything you're saying right now. So a lot of that goes on, right? So they speak English here, okay? It's not a big problem whatsoever, okay? Wow, for real, M. Rob? Man. Hey, Jerron, how you doing? I'm here. Okay, so that's the end of the questions that I see. Anything else? Oh, I see the hearts. Thank y'all so much. I see the hearts. Now, I want y'all to do me a really big favor, and this is like free. You guys can click the link in my bio, and it has my YouTube channel. Y'all, I'm like this close to my goal of 500 subscribers, okay? Please, y'all, help me make that happen. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like for real, because, you know, I'm not putting all my trust in just this one, okay? Now, I love coming on here all the time, but I got some stuff on YouTube as well. And I'm really wanting to do a lot more stuff on YouTube, okay? Some of the things that you see here me doing, I'll put those things over on YouTube, right? So, because, you know, once the live goes down here, it's over. You ain't going to see it no more, right? But please, 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 please subscribe to my YouTube channel. A lot of y'all have, and I really do appreciate it, okay? But thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Nicolene. I hope I'm saying that right. All right. So please, guys, do that. I would really be grateful if you guys did that. All right. So, all right. Any other questions, comments that you guys have for me? Is there anything else that you guys think is a way that I could give you guys value? How can I give you guys more value? What subjects and things can I talk about that would give you more value? Like, so there's 2 things I primarily speak about. Y'all know I'm a neuroencoding specialist. So I said what you do last night, lady. I went to sleep. I help people go from exhaustion and overwhelm to a life of ease. And I really have a lot of tools and things that I use for that, and different frameworks that I use. I could teach more of that, okay? Or y'all really just want to find out more about Africa and what it is to live here, what it takes to live here. So if it's the more of the neuro-encoded brain stuff, give me a 1. Or if it's more of the Africa, Kigali, Rwanda stuff, give me a 2. Which one would you prefer? If you could only pick one, would it be the 1 or would it be the 2? Okay? What's going on in the U.S.? Talk about what our black people should be doing to get there. Okay, so that would be more of a 2. Okay. Okay, and I love talking about that. I need 1 and 2. Okay. That's cool. Hello, how are you? You find 1 and 2 for sure in the EOE community and academy. Okay? Which is like my ultimate. Okay? Now, it is just, you do apply. There's some questions that you're going to answer. Just brief. All right? But there's a cost to that, right? It's $55.55. But that's just one time right now. Okay? Now, once you get in that price, but all of my advisors are telling me I need to do that differently, and I need to be charging monthly. So I'm not charging monthly at this time. If you get in right now, today, for $55.55, just one time, you are in, so you don't have to worry about later on having to pay anything ever, even if I go to that monthly way of doing it. You don't have to worry about it, okay? So that's a really good idea to go ahead and get in now while you can, okay? At that price, because it's really good. Like, there's a lot of value. Like, I even have Rwandans that are in there, and they are telling me that I am giving them so much value, and they're so thankful. I'm giving them value, like, about the mind and how to not be stressed. Because if you think about it, Rwandans, 31 years ago, this place was not what it is today. All right? A lot of people lost their lives. A lot of stress going on. Okay? So they've been through a lot as a people. And a lot of people here in Rwanda are suffering mentally. Like, on the outside, everything looks good. But on the inside, they have drinking problems. They have all different problems because they don't know exactly how to de-stress. Okay? And what could be easier than picking up a bottle of pills or picking up some alcohol or some overeating food, whatnot. Okay? So it comes out, stress comes out in many, many, many different ways. Okay? But so I give my frameworks and things in there, and I actually talk about it. We do live calls and things like that. And so they really are getting a lot of value. So that makes me feel really, really, really great. Okay? So, but whatever it is, if it is, you need 1 and 2. Really, if you in America right now, you need 1 and 2. I don't even care what your race is. You need 1 and 2. Even if you decide to stay, you definitely need 1. You need to know how to cope with this. Okay, let me go back to the comments. I've wanted to visit Africa for so long. I hope and pray that I get a chance soon. Well, come on. For the love of music, let me help you make it happen. All right? Like, y'all have to understand that even being here, I'm a lot of value to you. I can help you find a place. Okay? I be your boots on the ground. I take pictures, do videos of different places so you can see them before you have to commit to it. Okay? So there's a lot that I can do because I'm boots on the ground now. And you definitely need somebody. Even if it's not me, you need somebody to be boots on the ground for you. Okay? You need somebody to help you put it together. Like, how you going to make money here? How much money you bringing over? All right? How much money do you need? Because there's a lot of y'all are trying to figure that out. That's why you asked me, how much is your rent? Well, what's a good range? What's it look like? Okay? I'm your boots on the ground. Okay? I'm your boots on the ground. So, hello, how you doing, Gemini? You ain't gonna want to leave? I don't want to leave. I don't. What did Jerron do? Jerron did something. What was it? Okay. Y'all, and another thing, you have to understand, because I know this neuroscience, I know how the brain works. A lot of y'all waiting on the perfect time. Well, I'm waiting to get my money right. I'm waiting to do this. I'm waiting on this. I'm waiting for my kids to graduate. I'm waiting on my husband to say it's okay. Wait. A lot of that is fear. I'm going to say 98% of that's fear. Because, I'm going to tell you how I know. Right now, let's just say today, if the U.S. government said, y'all got 24 hours to get out of here. If y'all don't get out, and you better be glad we giving you a 24-hour notice. If you don't get out of here in 24 hours, the gates are locked. You ain't going to be able to ever get out. Your kids ain't going to be able to get out. You ain't going to be able to get out. And we just passed this bill that if you are darker than brown, if you brown or darker, you could forget about having benefits. You can forget about it. Why? Because you're going to be owned, baby. Owned. So you don't have to work. You're going to have to. You don't care. We don't care about your kids. Your kids, we own your kids. You don't own your kids. We own your kids. 8 years and up, we own them. And we're going to put them to work, too. We're going to put you to work. We're going to put them to work. And we don't care how much money you got. We don't care how much food you got. We don't care what you got in the bank. We don't care. We're putting them to work because we own you. We own you. Okay? What would you do then? Would you say, wait, I gotta get my money together? What? Wait. Nah, man. Would you? Wait, I gotta wait till I sell my house. Wait, let me get my stuff packed up. Y'all, I came with 2 bags and my cat carrier with my cat in it. That's how I got here. Okay? And as far as I know, all the people on the plane, I was the only one that was like, yo, this is it. I'm moving. I was the only one. So yeah, it took a little bit of guts to do it. Did I second guess myself a little bit? But I could see the writing on the wall, and I knew. And guess what? I was right. I was right, because it's worse than it was when I left. The day I left, Congress had just passed a law that United States citizens could be deported, which makes no sense. Where are you going to deport somebody to that's been there all their lives, that's United States citizens, right? But I could see the writing on the wall. I could see the different things that they were trying to do, that they wanted to do. I could see that the Supreme Court was saying, yeah, go ahead on and do it. Anything you want to do. Ain't no such thing as the justice system. No. The Constitution, what's that? We crumbling that up. That don't mean nothing. Habeas corpus, what? That ain't nothing. What? We ignoring that. Why? Because we can. Why? Because we are. Things I never seen ever. I said, no, Val. You know, listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. Listen. I know you don't feel like it. I know you don't want to. I know you don't. But you don't want to be subjugated to the way it's going to be. And I'm telling you right now that I feel like the scenario that I just gave y'all, I feel like that has a 85% chance of happening, if not higher. Because some of that stuff is already happening. 2 bags, that's it. Left a lot of stuff. And I own a house, okay? I had stuff in storage. But I said, you know what? It's no way that I can't take all this stuff. But do I really need it? No, do I really need it? I mean, they're possessions, they're things, but it ain't nothing as important to me as my freedom. I took everything that mattered to me. Strawberry matters to me, my cat. So I took her. I wasn't going to leave her. Okay? If they weren't going to accept her, then we had to find another way. Okay? Because it's like my child, right? But, and she did absolutely fantastic. Okay? She's doing great. She loves it. She's getting fat. She's eating more than she's ever eaten before. Okay? So she's what, 3-4 years old, 4 going on 5. So okay, for the music, I will be happy to help you, for real. How much does it cost to live monthly? I say you can go anywhere from, it depends on what your expenses are. Do you have some expenses already from the United States? Okay, all of that. So you gotta count that, unless you're gonna let some stuff go. Okay. But here, like, my biggest thing is my rent, $400. My food, I spend like $20. I'm just saying a little bit more than what it actually is when I go to the grocery store, or really I go to open markets now, because I done found out it's way cheaper. You save 50% at the open market, right? So I'm just gonna say $20, which is, I know it's more. I know that is more than what I actually spend, but I'm gonna say $20. Going to the open market, getting my vegetables and stuff. That'll last me anywhere from a week to 2 weeks, depending on how I cook, and I'm being imaginative with my dishes and just loving and having fun in the kitchen, right? Going out to eat, I spend $6-7. That gives me a whole meal and my beverage and the tip. Okay, and I've done that at upscale restaurants. Here, there's lots of upscale restaurants, so I've not been to no hole in the walls. Okay, I'm talking, these are really nice places that I go to. Okay, I told you how much I spend. Hey, midway. I told you what I spend for when I go somewhere, get on a moto, anywhere from 50 cents to what I say, $1.50. $1.50 is high. I'll probably never spend $1.50. Okay, so you see that. I told you what my electricity is, $8 a month. Okay, the whole month. Okay. So yeah, I don't excessively go shopping or anything like that. I don't do that. So it's not much. It's not much, okay? Nyla says, I got to get out of the U.S. and I'm trying to figure out where to go. Well, baby, I got to get out of the U.S. and I'm trying to figure out where to go. Well, baby, I say Africa should be on your list. Now, I have a little quiz that you guys can take. The link is in my bio, that first link. That first link is actually like a link tree. So there's 3 links in there. That middle one is going to be a little quiz for you to take based on what your preferences are, based on what you're looking for, weather, healthcare, all that kind of stuff. It'll tell you what country would be great for you to live in Africa. That's how I got here. That's how Rwanda got on my radar, because I took a test. And I was like, what? And then that made me just look all into it, and I fell in love. I felt like I had to run through the phone, the TV, the YouTube to get here. When I felt like that, I knew I must be here. Okay? Like, for real. Okay? Jerron said, let's go. It is the move, y'all. It really is. And I mean, I I know I'm not giving it justice right now, cause I'm so peaceful here at my place. Like, I'm peaceful just looking at the scenery, breathing the fresh air, eating the fresh food. You know, I like to just get on a moto and go. I ain't even gotta have a destination. Okay, if I give them a destination, I just want to look around and see. You know, but there's so much to do. There is so much to do here, guys. And I know, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not even doing it all. It's just so much. So if you will not be bored here. You will not. If you like to get out and go places and do new things and still not even have to spend a lot of money to do those things, this is perfect. If you want to be in beautiful places with beautiful people, this is perfect. Okay? Simplicity, simplify. I love that. Okay? Malcolm said, grow me, please. Okay? I think I don't know what you mean by that, but okay. Okay? All right. Natural explorer, yes. And I'm just in my season right now to just take it easy. Like, man, for so many years, it was the hustle and the bustle of the United States. It was the hustle. It was, I got to pay this, I got to pay this, I got to do this, I got to go here, I got to do. And I'm just resting, y'all. I've been sitting here resting for 3 months. And y'all been keeping me going. Because otherwise, I would have just kind of like just been sleeping. And there ain't nothing wrong with that, right? Resting. Because you don't really understand what you be going through till you not in that environment anymore. You know? And I'm like, oh, I just want to rest. I just want to sleep. I just want to do what I want to do. I just want to be on my computer. I just want to scroll a little bit, but I don't really want to see all that mess that's going on with Trump and everything. Let me go on the Red app and just take a breather, right? Let me get some positivity in me, right? The hustle will grind you down for nothing of your own. Exactly. But the thing is, I'm on this side of it. And I'm like, yo, y'all can live a better life on this side than you are in there. Whatever your excuse is, I'm telling you, it's just an excuse. It is just, listen, business, we talk about this in Ease Over Exhaustion. That's the EOE in our community and academy. Talk about business and how this country is. Man, I just registered my business for free. Other countries, you got to pay $2,000, $500, $300. I don't know how much it is in the U.S., but it ain't free. Mine's free. It's free here. Okay? So I'm like, they big on business. So whatever, I tell y'all this. Y'all don't believe me. Whatever your side hustle is, it could be your main hustle here. Okay? For real. Okay? Yeah. It's something right now. And I'm telling y'all, it's not going to get better, but they can make you see. We as a people, we know how to fight. We fight. We can fight, right? But that's the trap. Because I think they know that. But that's keeping you. It's like this. Imagine you're in a hamster. You're a hamster in a hamster wheel. And hamsters love to run. Baby, hamsters love to run. They love to run. They run. They good at it too. They fast. They good at it. But that's the whole purpose of the hamster wheel. Because as long as they doing what they love to do, they get tired too. Now they get tired, but they know it's in them. In them to keep going, keep going, keep going. And you sitting back, you watching that hamster. You like, look at that hamster go. Look at him go. Look No. Hamster think he doing something. We sitting back watching. Yeah, you entertaining us. Because you ain't going nowhere. I don't care how fast you run, how hard you work, how exhausted you are, and you still keep going. Because it's something in you, it's a fire up in you to keep going. No matter how hard it gets, you know you're going to beat that thing. You're going to go even harder. But you ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. Until you stop. You become aware. I'm doing all this. I ain't getting nowhere. My mama did this. She ain't getting nowhere. My daddy did. He ain't getting they ain't nobody getting nowhere in our family. And it ain't because we can't. It ain't because we don't have the ability to do it. It's not because we're not smart enough to do it. It's the system. That whole hamster wheel system is designed against us. Let me stop. Let me get off of this hamster wheel. Where I can go over here. I can go somewhere else. Because, baby, if I can make it on that hamster wheel, I can make it somewhere else where I'm valued. And it ain't going to work me to death. And I'm accepted. And I'm wanted. Come on. I'm telling the truth. You know I am telling you the truth. How many people do you know been on that hamster wheel? Died on that hamster wheel? How many? Ain't had nothing to show for it. And it ain't even about showing something, have something to show for it. It ain't even about having something to show for it after you dead and gone. Like, they even put that in our head. Have something to show for it after you dead and you gone. Well, yeah, that'd be nice, but you need to have something while you here. Okay? You need to have something while you are here. Wait a minute, let me do the puzzle thing. Hold on. I've been on an hour. You need to live your life now. Y'all know I end it always by saying, live your life now, because one day you won't be able to. That's either they're going to take the right from you, or you're going to die on the hamster wheel. So you better live your life now and understand what you're working with. That yes, you have every ability. Every ability. Y'all know we smart. Come on now. I wrote in my gratitude journal, I was still in the U.S. and I was still going through this, trying to decide, going back and forth, knowing what I need to do, but then like, well, maybe I can hold on a little bit longer. I can fight just a little bit longer. I was on the hamster wheel. I said, what if everybody that looked like me left the United States? Where would the because I'm like, is that what they want? Where would the United States be? Would it thrive? I said no. Would anybody really want to be there? I was like, no, it would be boring. And they wouldn't have nothing. Everything, they take everything. Our music, got it pumping. Okay. Our entertainers got it pumping. Okay. But what if all of a sudden all of them left? Just left under their own free will. I'm not talking about no forced labor or nothing like that. Because if they made it forced labor, which y'all know what that is. Oh, they thrived then. Because that's how they were thriving. Because they had free labor. Free forced labor. That built everything. We built everything. Doing without, still finding a way. They were able to make it. They were able to prosper on our backs. But what if we just left and say, no, we want our own? Because a lot of, we done had, remember Soul City? Y'all remember Soul City? Soul City was in North Carolina. And that was us getting together and say, no, we're going to have our own. Okay? For us, by us, and only us. And what happened? They, not us, destroyed it. And that's happened so many times. Wilmington, North Carolina, it happened. Tulsa, it happened. Okay? Oh, lots. But what if we just up and just use our own resources and just left? And came to a place where we were accepted. Well, you know you're gonna be accepted in Africa. It ain't no way you ain't gonna be accepted in Africa. And yes, they love you. They say, welcome home. You're home now. They call you sister and all that kind of stuff, right? And it's not just what they say, how they treat you, okay? So you know it's real. So it ain't like they ain't for you. And it ain't like we not for them. What if? I want y'all to really think about that. Just what if we just all just left in that 24-hour period? Let's just go. What would happen? Come on, Jerron. What would happen? Come on, Jerron. So how long we gonna keep? Well, we just get our own. We'll just make our own, and then all for us to build it up, and then for them to tear it down through violence. Okay, I gotta sneeze. Excuse me, y'all. Sorry, I knew it was coming. Y'all, are we putting our children and our grandchildren, our great grandchildren? Are we gonna really put them through this again? Or we just gather up our resources and quit being scared and quit being or we just used to a certain way? Well, baby, listen. I was like, look, if I stay and they reverse this thing back to 1864, nah. For what? Nah. You ain't gonna have nothing, no way. Nah. Let me see what I could do somewhere else where I'm respected. And that's really it. So I had to think. And that's all I'm asking you to do is think. I'm not trying to fearmonger you or anything like that. I'm not telling y'all anything that you don't already know. I'm not quoting any new laws that they passed or they didn't pass. Okay. You know, I play chess. Chess, you always gotta figure out what the person's next move is. You gotta figure out what's the reason for their move and what's the end story for them and what is it that would be most profitable for them. Because you always gotta find the money, right? And I said, nah. Let me just go even if I'm wrong. Best case scenario. They say, you know what? They already saying Kamala won the election, right? What? The buck stops here today. Kamala, come on in the house, girl. Come on in the White House. All the regime people, y'all gotta go. In fact, y'all going to jail right now. We prosecuting y'all, okay? And all that. Kamala gonna be like, dang, man. She gonna get in them books. And she gonna be like, dang, gone it. They done destroyed stuff. They done erased stuff. The Supreme Court. Oh, God. How long do you think it's gonna take for it to get back? If it was tomorrow and this happened. Cause you notice ain't nobody saying that. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Like, doing nothing. Okay, Kamala won the election. She won the election. And we waiting. We waiting on somebody else to make the move to say, okay, it's done. See, that's the problem. We waiting on somebody else. Instead of waiting on ourselves, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna sit there and wait? I could be wrong, though. Well, you can always go back. You can come over here. You could always go back. Always things are better now. You can always go back. If you want to. Ain't nothing say you can't have a place here and a place over there. Oh, I got property over here. I can rent that property out. And I can move back to the United States if I want to. And I still have property over here. I'm just saying, there's so many places, so many ways to think about it. I'm in Kigali, Rwanda, which is in East Africa. Okay? But do what's best for you now. Right, Jerron, they're trying to do 1864 and The Handmaid's Tale. That's Project Esther. If y'all don't know what that is, look it up. Y'all didn't believe Project 2025. Y'all took them for face value to say, Project 2025, what's that? We don't do that. We don't know anything about that. We're not doing that. They bold-faced lying to you, to your face. Because as soon as that man got in office, executive order, even pardoning the January 6 people. What? Y'all, I'm thinking it. This is what I'm thinking. If they stole the election and the Constitution says that it's government for the people and by the people, and the Constitution also says that if you feel like the government is not doing things in your best interest as a people, that we have the right to change all that. Ain't nobody writing. Ain't nobody writing. Ain't nobody. All we doing is sitting back waiting on somebody else. So if you're going to sit back and wait on somebody else, and they know you're going to sit back and wait on somebody else, and ain't nobody doing nothing, ain't nobody standing up, then you need to stand up for yourself and figure out what you going to do for you and your family. And start implementing. Gerard said, man, you really having Sunday school this morning. I'm just telling y'all, man. I'm just telling y'all, you can sit back and complain, but do nothing. And that's a mind too. See, the mind is always going to try to keep you the same. Even if it knows you are suffering, because that means it's safe. And that's its job, to keep you safe. See? But for me to actually get on a plane and come all the way to Africa, someplace I'd never been, never flown that long, all that place I'd never been, that was way outside of my comfort zone. And my mind was freaking out. But I knew deep down inside that my mind is not me. That this right here, my connection to God, my knower, my subconscious mind, my powerful, my all-knowing is really me. And that was telling me, no, girl, you need to go. You need to, you got the whole life ahead of you. And ain't no way you can live your maximum and be your best under this regime. And I didn't know I was going to be on here telling y'all about this. I did not know that was not a part of the plan. That was never a part of the plan. That was not a part of the plan. When I got here, I'm always thinking about you all in the United States. Always. 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 And I'm like, I gotta let them know. Wait a minute, because I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have known. I listened to that voice, small voice inside of me that came all of a sudden. She said, why don't you go to Africa? That was not from outside of me anywhere. Nobody was telling me that. It was from the inside. Had I not listened to that little voice said, you can ignore this or you can start acting on it now. Why don't you go on YouTube and take a look? Now, I could have just said, I'll do it later. And you know how we put things off and we don't do it. But I said, nah, I'm looking at this election. This was the night of the election. And the results had already come in. I said, let me just do it now. And I switched off from the election, from the news. And I switched on and I looked up Africa. The first thing that came up was Nairobi. And I said, well, let me just look at that. And I was astonished by all the big buildings and all the infrastructure and how they were saying there's really hardly no crime here. And da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And that, if I had not had that moment right then where I implemented, see, it's all in implementation, action. Some of y'all need to click the link in my bio and that's your first action. But you're not going to get anywhere by sitting here listening. Just listen. And think you're going to get everything you need from just listening. No, you need to implement action. That led me to like really looking and seeing, and it led me to other influencers in Africa, checking them out, seeing what they're saying, and then I still had to implement from there. I had to reach out to them and say, hey, what about this? I hear you offer like a little one-on-one call or something like that. Can I get that? Yeah, sure. Okay. And that started now I'm in the door a little bit more. But it all comes from implementation and action. Not by just out here wishing and hoping and dreaming and you not doing anything. And then your voice in your head said, girl, you know you can't move. You know you can't do none of that stuff. You know you ain't got no money. You don't know how to do nothing. You got your kids here. You got your grandkids here. What you gonna take all them with you? You know you ain't got this and you ain't got that. They gonna tell you what you ain't got. But then I want you to sit back and I want you to think about and write down, because what you write, you invite. This is part of neuroencoding. Write down in a journal everything you got. What do you have? It could be intellectual property. It could be money. It could be an account. It could be gold. It could be something you can sell. Thank you, Kev. K-Dev, thank you. K-Devin, I think. But you got to do the exercise. You got to do the work. You got to write it down. No TV, no phone, just you and pen and a piece of paper. Hopefully a journal. That's what I teach, a journal. And write down what you got. Because it's easy to think about what you don't have. Okay? Hey, Nate Cleaning. I'm in Kigali, Rwanda. I'm very serious. For the love of music says, thank you for sharing your words of encouragement and knowledge and blessings. Talk to you later. Okay. Talk to you later. Okay. Thank you so much for all your words too. And just being on here, because y'all could be anywhere today. And I thank y'all for just being here with me and listening to me rant. Okay, but it's the truth. I'm telling y'all. It is the truth. Thank you, K Divine, for the badge. Thank you. Okay. Nate says he thinks it's impossible for him. Okay, well, if you don't mind sharing, Nate, why do you feel like it's impossible for you? And I mean that sincerely, and I really want to know, because I help people find ways. I really do. It's a gift from God. I help people see outside of their situation. See, if you are in the picture frame, you can't see you can't see yourself in the picture. But somebody standing outside of the picture frame, they see you in the picture. They see the picture frame. They see what's beside it, up under it, above it. They can see all of that. So I help people for real find ways. So why do you say it's impossible? Nicolene said nothing is impossible. That's right. Nate thinks he's cursed. Okay. You're not. You're not cursed. But you know what? I understand how you feel because I used to feel that way. Look, 8 years ago, I was ready to say not only bye to the United States, but it was the whole world. I won't even think about the United States. I was ready to say bye to the whole daggone world. Like, for real. I set the date. I knew what I was going to do. All of that. True story. Y'all can go back and y'all can see. Y'all can hear me talking about this. See? I thought I was cursed too, so I get it, Nate. But you're not cursed. Okay? You just ain't got your glasses on right now. See, I know I usually have my glasses, my readers with me, y'all, but I ain't really been needing my readers as much anymore since I've been here. Maybe it's the food, all the chemicals, not the food. But it look like my eyes getting a little bit better. But normally, in order to see clearly, I have to have my glasses on. See, Nate, you just ain't got your glasses on. That's it. Everything you see and everything for years and years and years out of them, say, blurry vision. Just like I was 8 years ago. Blurry vision, no vision, can't see. But all I had to do was change the lens, put the glasses on. So I'm looking at the same thing, but I started looking at things differently because I took myself through a process. Okay? And I talk about this process in EOE. Okay? I do. But if you go down on my timeline and you hear me talking about it. It ain't no secret. Okay? But that's it. And this is before I even knew how the mind really worked. But I was actually neuroencoding myself for the negative for years. But when I started neuroencoding myself for the positive, that's when the world opened up to me. And after 30 days, all I could tell you is I wanted to live and couldn't nobody tell me different. And I still do these practices today. Okay? That's one of the things that I do in the Ease Over Exhaustion Challenge. We have a 5-day challenge in the EOE community. And I just had somebody complete that challenge. He said, Val, you just saved me. And I said, no, I didn't save you. You saved yourself because you're the one that elected to take the challenge and to do it every single day. What I told you to do for 5 days. And it's completely new. Well, it's the same thing happened to me. It's science. Okay? It ain't woo-woo. It's science. See all this other stuff they be teaching y'all? It's woo-woo. This is science. Okay? It might have a woo-woo effect, but it's science. Okay? Gotcha. 1619. Okay. That's he talking about the Bible. You will go back to the Ethiopian Bible before 1619. Okay? Go back to that. You got your science all wrong, Nate. You got your history all wrong, Nate. Don't you understand that the powers that be are the ones I talked about this earlier. Those who are in control, they change and they rewrite history. That's what you see now. All the stuff being erased when Doge was in, and even now they deleting stuff. They closing African American museums down. They rewriting history. That's part of the blueprint because it's the powers that be. Doesn't mean it's right. So when you say, how do you know they won't kidnap? How do you know they kidnapped us in the first place? How do you really know that? But history, when you really go to the facts and the science of it, like explain the fact that right now in the Grand Canyon, there's hieroglyphics and there's statues. People that look just like me, got my hair, look just like me. If I was like, dang, gonna look like me. They look like me. Why is it over in the United States right now and you can't even go in there? right? That don't add up. Because what they say is all of us was captured, we kidnapped, put on boats, and made to be slaves. But don't it make sense to make the people who's already there just wrangle them up like ICE agents are doing right now and make them the slaves? And do it for so long that they forget who they really are. Which is the reason why they're changing history. They're rewriting stuff. Okay? Like, don't that make sense? Like, if you're a businessman, why would you spend millions and millions of dollars on a wooden boat to go all the way over to Africa to catch people up and bring all them people back through the transatlantic when you know half of your ships, if not 75% of your ships, ain't even gonna last? The waves and all that stuff, they not even gonna make it through. So you gonna lose 75% of your cargo that you paid millions and millions and millions of dollars for these people that work on the boats themselves to get built, all that stuff, right? Just to get 25%. No, it don't make sense. When you could just take the people that's already there and wrap them up and wrangle them up. Hey, Nameless. Like, which one makes more sense? Especially knowing that it's stuff still in there, been in there 1,000 years in the Grand Canyon right now. People look like just like me, just like you and me. It's stuff still in there, been in there 1,000 years in the Grand Canyon right now. People look like just like me, just like you and me. See? Is it easier to pit people up against each other? Because divided they fall, united they stand. So if we make each other hate each other, that don't make no sense. That we gonna be divided. She said, don't believe what you read in the books. That's right. Because they wrote the books. We didn't write those books. If we was already here, we could escape and blend it. If we was already there and we let them people in, it's the same thing. Listen, they go out of the same book, playbook. What happened to the continent of Africa? Okay? This is why I say the whole world is ours. Most other people on the planet look like me. Okay? But we don't have to just be in one place, one big place, because the continent of Africa is huge. Can we not be all over? Okay? Can we not be all over at one time? The oldest person ever to exist that they have found, the bones and stuff, and they run the test. That woman is a woman. They call her Eve, and she looked like me. This is science. Do you understand what I'm saying? If we are the original and the earth is ours, could we not be all over the earth at the same time? We didn't just have to be in one place. See, I'm doing history lessons now. I want y'all to just think about it. Just think. Is it possible what I'm saying could be true? And I'm going by science, not from what he say, she say. Nate says, if we were already here, we could escape and blend in. We let them in. Just like Africa let them in, we let them in over there. Why? Because we are loving, kind people. You know this. We are a loving, kind people. Think of what we've been through. We are a loving and kind people. We don't go take from people. We don't go steal from people. We don't do that. That's not part of our nature. We love and we always trying to heal people. Okay, we go and we say, what's natural? What's natural that we can do to heal? Let's use the earth to heal ourselves, right? We don't naturally say, what chemical can we use to make this thing heal? That ain't even really a part of us to do that. So with our love, people, you know how you probably met that woman. She's so nice. She's so nice. Oh, she's so sweet. She's so nice. And you think it in the back of your head, I could take advantage of her because she's so freaking nice, man. And she just loved me just because I'm me. She just loved me. But she don't really understand and know that I could run something up on her. So you just smiling, playing the game, playing the part. And then when you get on up in there, it switches. You switch it. You switched it. See? Same thing. Same thing. Whew. Okay, y'all. Nicolene shook her head, LOL, because I'm making sense. I'm making sense. They said, I guess I'm being pessimistic, but it will be a fantasy if I could be like you. Well, honey, you can be like me. You still ain't told me why you can't do it. Because we done got over the curse part. Okay? Liverpool, hey. It's really, do you have the guts to do it? That's really what it comes down to. That's what it came down to for me. I had to have the guts to do it good. But I looked at the consequences. The consequences of me staying, and I was like, well, I'm worth a chance just to see. And then I just had to always say, if I really didn't like it, I could go somewhere else or I could come back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a round trip ticket here. Well, I still didn't lose nothing because I got a whole year. I could take that part of that round trip ticket that I haven't used. I could go to Thailand if I want to, go on vacation. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not out nothing, but I did do a round trip ticket. I'm doing great, Liverpool. Thank you. Meaty way. Hello. I'm wonderful. Look, you say hey to everybody. See how nice everybody is here? I don't even know this man. Hey, thank you. Meaty way. Okay, I'm a real cool. I'm still learning. But you see, people are very nice here. Okay? You can just get on a plane and fly here. It'd be cheaper. Look, I paid $1,000 round trip. That included, $1,100. That included my cap. Round trip. I spent more than that to go from North Carolina to California or North Carolina to Hawaii. You see? But have you looked at the flights? That's part of it too. Have you looked at the flights? I had a certain person doing a one-on-one call. I said, let's just go ahead on and look at the flights. And he was like, oh my God, the flights are $1,000 round trip. Oh my God, I could do that. Okay? It opened his eyes just to see it. I talk about Ethiopian Airlines all the time. They have a website. You can go in there. You can just put in there. See what it is. And you're like, oh my gosh, she's not lying. That's what he was like. You're telling the truth. Not that he was calling me a liar. But when you see it for yourself, you're like, when you actually do the work, like, I can't come through your phone and do it for you. This is part of you doing the work. Nate said his car note is almost that. See how you in bondage? Sell the freaking car because you ain't gonna need it. You can always get another car here if you really just want one. I don't want one. I don't have one, and I'm getting around just fine. I ain't hurting for nothing. But it's the way that everything is set up here. It's not set up for me to fail. It's not set up for me to have an extra bill. See? The same electricity that I use in my apartment is the same type of electricity that you use, and you paying 10 times more than what I'm paying, if not more. But it's the same electricity because it's set up for you that way. This is set up for me here this way. My car is $35,000 exactly. Okay, Liverpool, United, let's go. We got airport right here, and we're building a brand new airport bigger because you got to understand, y'all, it's so much here. Kigali has, let me see if I can, I don't know if y'all can see it, but there's a convention center here. It's kind of round like this, okay? I don't know if you can see it. Let me see. Nah, you can't. It's over that way. You can't see it. It's over that way. But they have so many conventions here. So this is like the convention. It's becoming like the convention capital of Africa, okay? Or of East Africa, I'll say, right? So they have so many different companies and all that come in here. They have their conventions. So they got an airport. And it's a nice airport, but it's a little bit on the small side. But they got that Rwanda. They got Rwanda Airways, big, huge planes. They got their own planes and everything. Okay, I'm trying to think. I think I flew Rwanda Air coming back from Kenya to here. Okay. Great. Okay. Like, no problems whatsoever. In fact, a black woman runs it. Okay, the CEO is a black woman. In fact, you're going to find most of the government here, 64%, I think they said, is run by women that look like me. Okay. You know, you got a problem, give it to a black woman. I'm just saying, that's my own. Y'all can get off if you want to. Give it to a black woman to solve the problems, okay? That's my opinion, okay? That's not scientific. And it's not to put my men down, my black men, because I love my black men. Okay, it's not to put y'all down in any way. We need y'all. We need y'all. We need y'all. We need y'all for strength. Okay? Like a lot of times y'all can see stuff. A lot of times, you know how I said that picture frame? You can't see yourself inside the picture. A lot of times we need our men to see us in the picture frame. It's like, babe, you got this. You could do this. See? And we need that strength, that muscle too. Okay? We need that. Anyway. Okay, so $35,000. America is so expensive. It's hard to find. Exactly, y'all. It's put up against you. They're quite a bit here. Now, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people they keep to themselves a lot. Like, you'll see people every now and then, and people are very nice, like everybody, whether they're Americans, whether they're Rwandans, doesn't matter, Syria. I mean, people are really nice here, okay? Like, for real, okay? But I've met quite a few, and they're all nice. Like, we have a little group, like on WhatsApp, and we communicate that way, all right? I would like there to be more like things as black expats, and then probably, I'm having my own little event. But it'd be nice for us to have like events and stuff for us. But like I said, I met a couple of them. Last week? We had a good time. We had a coffee shop. We had a good time. Okay. And all of them the same. I asked them, like, why did you move? Why did you move? We all the same reason. It's the same reason. We all moved for the same reason. One couple been here almost 5 years. Older couple. They love it. Okay. Love it, love it, love it. And everybody wants to see you prosper. Like, we want to see each other win. Right? So, and not just like, it's like that whether you're Rwandan, whether you're Black American, we want to see each other win. So it's not like we're pitting up against each other, none of that stuff, right? But it's just really beautiful. When we do get together, it's a beautiful thing, okay? Okay, let me see, what else? I live in a nice place now. How much is something nice? Not a cabin. Ain't no cabins here, man. Ain't no cabin. See? That's what I'm talking about. You need to go on YouTube and look up Rwanda. Okay? Look up some of the places that you can live. And you will be like, you're going to be running here. Okay? So, shoot, for $2,000, $3,000 a month, you can live really large. But you ain't even gotta do that, okay? Unless you just want to, okay? It's just go look it up. Go look at. I dare you, Nate. I dare you. I double dare you. That as soon as I'm done with this live, go on YouTube and look apartments in Rwanda or penthouses in Rwanda or whatever, and then it'll tell you how much they are. And then I can show you how you can get it cheaper. Because if they got it on there and they quoting in USD, that's already a problem. Oh, yeah, I think my phone's getting ready to cut off. Because I done used... Oh, yeah, I think my phone's getting ready to cut off. Because I done used off my juice. Okay. There's a woman on here from Detroit who moved to Panama. She loves it. Okay, cool. That's great. So y'all, look, I gotta go because it's about to cut off. All right, I'm losing my juice. Okay, because the charge is going. I'm winning here. I got money, a business. You can bring it over here. You still feel discrimination. You can bring that business right on over here and prosper. Okay, for real. Go to the link in my bio. Apply to be a part of EOE, which is Ease Over Exhaustion. And you're going to get all that information and more. And you're going to get me as well. Okay? So, you're going to ask me questions. If you need me to look for you a place, I could do that. So, you're going to ask me questions. If you need me to look for you a place, I could do that. All of that. I deal with me, and the people that deal with me are in EOE. All right, I will talk to you later. Talk to you next time. This has been a great discussion. Remember, live your life now, because one day you're not going to be able to. All right, so this is your gal, Victoria's Val Gal, signing off for now, and I will see you on the other side with ease.